Hello everyone, and welcome to my show, The Magic Show. Today I wanted to tune into the energies of the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am tuning into the collective energies of the masculine and the feminine polarities that exist within every single one of us, regardless of your gender. Now, me as a feminine form has a masculine counterpart within myself, and also as an external projection in my reality. It's often seen as this divine drama or divine romance with the divine masculines and the divine feminines, or the twin flames, so they say. Now, this journey is different for everyone. Does everyone have a twin flame? Well, depends on what type of person you are, but I do believe that there exists a god and a goddess within each of us, which are represented by our masculine or our solar, external, action-oriented aspect of ourselves versus our more lunar, internal, yin, feminine aspects of ourselves. So today I'm going to be tuning in to both of these energies, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and whether this is correlating to your own energies within or projecting out into a divine romance with you and your divine counterpart or your suitor, aka, in more normal people's terms, your crush. Or maybe somebody that you have a very deep connection with and you don't quite understand what it is about this person. So we're going to be taking a deeper look into the energies. What I'm getting a sense, just without going into the cards, is that the divine feminine is in the state of embodying her empress energy, embodying the creative aspects and the creative elements of her soul. The divine feminine energy has been suppressed on the planet for so long because the patriarchy likes to stifle us and choke us. And the reason I say choke, I'm speaking more metaphysically, is that the throat chakra in particular I see on the planet has been stifled. Of course, there are plenty of more and more empowered women rising on the planet speaking their truth, but this truth that comes from the heart, from the feminine aspect of ourselves, is blocked because the solar, aka the masculine energy on the planet of the ego, the solar chakra, is primarily dominant, and this blocks the connection to the heart, which is where we have a spiritual awakening. It's where we grow compassion, is where we understand our unity to all things surrounding us. It's where we know that we're not just individuals fighting to survive. We're actually unified in oneness. And this heart chakra awakening allows the opening of the throat chakra. And when we communicate and speak from our throat, it's connecting to the heart, which is ultimately in service to the all. So when we ascend from the solar chakra to the heart chakra, we essentially have a spiritual awakening which completely shifts the transmission of our life. It completely shifts the path of our lives, where we could be going down a direction of complete self-service, essentially, more selfishly oriented life, where if we have a heart awakening and we understand that our higher purpose involves being in service to the all, we awaken to the reason why you're here on this planet, and that is your soul's purpose. We all are souls in a body. We didn't just come here to experience the material. We came here to awaken and to remember that our soul has a specific lesson and purpose for being here on this earth. Now, will all souls awaken? I would like to think so, but to be honest, I don't think that everyone will. And that's okay, because for those who are meant to, they will, and they will choose the path of their higher calling. So, that being said, the awakening of the divine feminine and her truly coming into her power is absolutely pivotal for the entire evolution of human consciousness. It's so much more than just like women empowerment, go women. It's like, yes, but this is talking more about just being a woman. This is feminine energy. This is the earth. This is the mother. This is energy, okay? This is more than just being a woman or being a man. This is the energy that has been entrapped within not only the planet, not only our society, but within each and every one of us. Our divine feminine has been condemned, trapped, enslaved even. And her awakening to her truth, rising above fear, rising above the power dynamics that have made her to feel belittled and less than, and truly coming into the heart space, awakening into her divinity and activating her truth, the expression of her divinity. And this is where they will fear. This is where they will fear and they will coil, because you speaking the truth activates the truth in them, and those who fear the truth will run and they will hide and they will cast a shadow upon your light, because they are not ready to hear or to see the truth, because this feminine energy has been contained, because the control structures fear it, because it is the light. It is the truth. When the feminine energy is activated upon the planet, the illusions will fade. The structures will fall, because truth will be embodied, and we will no longer be enslaved to illusion, because we will understand the power of self. We will understand that we are far more than just these human bodies condemned by time and space. We are infinite souls with access to infinite abundance, infinite wisdom that's all accessible if you take the time to go within and remember who you are. This is the wisdom of the feminine. The feminine is not weak, as she has been perceived to be within this lens of this patriarchal world. The feminine is pure power, and that is why they fear her, because she is the truth. She is the power. They have stolen her power. You must understand this. It is the feminine who holds the key to igniting the evolution of consciousness on the planet. This is far more than you could ever imagine in terms of a materialistic sense. We have fallen in consciousness. We have fallen so many dimensions to where we only perceive this much, as opposed to where we have been, where we will be, and where we are. Because we are living in multi-dimensions simultaneously. And if you have access to all of these timelines, you can remember the truth of the divine feminine and reclaim your own feminine power. Remember who you are who you were, who you will be. Here in this physical plane, in this third dimension, fourth, entering fifth. Your perspective is so tiny in comparison to where it has been and will be. You must know that in order to transcend this material world, to transcend this dimension and access the codes of your blueprint, of your ascended blueprint, you must be able to decipher between the karmic cycles and those of evolution. In every moment, you have a choice to replay out a karmic pattern that serves the lower dimensional field. Or you have a choice to evolve and to explore higher dimensional consciousness using the magic of your internal feminine wisdom and power to manifest your own reality. Those who control the matrix of this lower dimensional field want you to stay asleep. They want you to remain in fear. They want you to remain victimized to the powers that be. And they never want you to realize who you are, which is divine, which is all-powerful, which is completely 100% capable of anything you desire. Anything. With that being said, so since we've been talking about the feminine energies, I would like to speak upon where the feminine energies have been in the past and what we're moving away from and where we are heading towards. We're moving away from and where we are going and how we should move on and embrace these energies. Wow. So I pulled the crow. Now, the crow is the symbol of spiritual magic, of black magic, of being very spiritually wise and knowing the underlying truth in any situation. But their magic is hidden underneath the surface. It's like the crow in the darkness flying. And this is an energy that's spiritually wise. So what I'm seeing is that in the past, we've been cultivating our spiritual inner senses. The feminines have been in tune with their intuition, but it's as if these gifts have been in the darkness. They've just been kind of brewing within because they weren't necessarily ready to emerge out into the open. And perhaps there was a little bit of resistance or hesitation in fully embodying this magic gift. So they wanted to hone it in for themselves before completely expressing it out into the world. It's like something that you hold near and dear to you. And, you know, as witches or magical people, there also is that fear from past lives of being burned at the stake for speaking your truth or for believing in something that didn't necessarily go with the general consensus, something that threatened the structures that exist. And so basically what this is saying is that we have always been aware of our innate gifts and abilities, but we didn't necessarily unleash or share them. We kind of kept them within and was seeing from this magical perspective without really telling anyone. Now, in the present, we're undergoing the cosmic egg. And this is literally like the most magical card in the deck, because this is about the serpent grabbing onto the egg that is life. This serpent energy, which is the kundalini that rises up the spine and provides spiritual enlightenment. This cosmic egg is essentially talking about the awakening of cosmic consciousness. It's like a sudden epiphany where we realize our unity, where our illusions of separation finally start to dissipate and we surrender into that deeper truth that we are one with the all. And once we really sink deep into this inner knowing and into this truth, embracing our gifts and embracing why we're here, we're called to live in a deeper, higher, more aligned way. One that serves truth, that serves this cosmic consciousness, because now our duality and our limited thinking has now released itself, and we're now sitting in this sea of oneness. So the ships have sailed from duality, and now we're kind of in this cosmic ocean of oneness. But what do we do now? It's like the infinite grabbing hold of the finite, of that which is tangible. How can the infinite embrace the time realm? How can that which is eternal become embodied in that which is mortal, essentially? How can we embrace our divinity here in this material, third-dimensional world? Where does God and human meet? And how can we express this in our everyday? And that's where this wolfie comes in, little wolfie man. And the wolf energy is like, mama don't play, baby. Mama don't play. And it's so calling on this Kali Ma energy, which is just, I've always used the name Kali because it's the goddess that I feel I most represent. She's the destroyer goddess, the dark mother, the dark feminine, the most feared among all goddesses, for she embodies the darkness, but she has come to bring the light. In death is life. And essentially what Kali does is she destroys the ego. She destroys the illusions, and that's why she's seen with all the swords bloodied on the battlefield, because she's destroyed all of the egos. And that's why she carries the head of the ego in her hand. And that's why people fear her. It's their fear of her destroying their illusion of their separation, all that defines their everyday existence. Gone with the whoosh of Kali's truth. Beware, bitches. The wolf has returned. This wolf energy is like, she's fucking fierce. She's fucking ferocious. She will fucking eat your head off. All out of love. Because she loves you. And she wants you to wake the fuck up. And so, yeah, this energy is really talking about doing what's best for the group, but ultimately, making some sacrifices. Like, maybe you have to fucking step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you have to go beyond your own boundaries. Maybe you have to go beyond what your ego says. Oh, well, this is what everyone else does, so it's what I should do. No. This is time to embody your authenticity. Embody your truth, regardless of what these mofos say. Because you are here to stand as the wolf, leading the pack. The others will follow suit once you clear the way. This is revolutionary energy. This is burning the bridges of the past, making way for a new way of being for women, for feminine energy. And perhaps, you may have to sacrifice. You may take the blame. You may get in trouble. But it's for the good of all. Remember that. And stay close to your intuition. Stay close to your inner knowing and what you are being told in every moment. Make sure to listen and be fucking fearless. So that's what I got for the femmes, for our feminine energy. Now let's take a closer look at our masks. Our masculines. That was funny. Our masks are masculine. Trippy. Dude, I think I just like fucking punked myself. Okay. Our masks, our masculines. Wow. Okay. So the first card I pulled was what I'm seeing as in the past is the deer energy. LOL, puts this little thing on it. The deer. How I see it is like they've kind of been in this like emotionally vulnerable place. A healing, and regeneration of their mind, body, and soul. And maybe some of them have just really taken some time to reconnect to their spirit. And I feel a sense that they've been very much consumed with the material world. And I think this heartbreak really broke them down to the sense where they knew that they had to retreat and return to themselves and kind of get away from it all. And what I'm sensing is that in this healing, this very gentle, vulnerable deer energy, they really allowed themselves to feel their emotion. And we're in like a chrysalis phase, which is where we come into the butterfly. They were growing through this emotional processing. It's like they were undergoing a transformation of their spirit, undergoing like a transformation of what they truly believed in after this breakdown. And because they took the time to go within and really hear themselves and nurture themselves and connect to their inner feminine, they've been able to transform. And I think they're just about ready to spread their wings after this phase of healing. And what I see is that they're like awakening into their mission, awakening to like their spiritual purpose. And they're really seeing the difference between like the illusions of the material and the calling of their higher self. They're like in transition to embody their soul. They know that they can have as much money in the world and as much material things in the world, but they won't actually have the true, genuine success and happiness and fulfillment that they're seeking through things or through this materially defined version of what all of that means. They have to go within and they have to seek higher and see, what does that mean to your soul? What does that mean to your heart? And so they've really been pondering on these things, and it's now that they are about to take flight. They are about to spread their wings and become the Firefly. So cute. So cute. They are just now inspired. Like, this is like, I'm awake, hi. And they are just completely lit with life and new inspiration. They've been revived. It's so weird. Like, it's just trippy because I literally see this like in all of the masculines like that I know. I've literally gone through this process, and I mean, I'm just channeling, but it's literally what they're going through. And now they are alive with life and new hope and new inspiration, and they want to create and envision a new world that's like aligned to what they really believe in and what they really value and what their soul is telling them that they need. And it's this hope and inspiration that will bring them closer to like actually following their soul's purpose. And when they begin to do the work, then they get closer and closer to actually like manifesting union with, you know, their divine feminine or their divine counterpart. And I guess that's what we all want, right? I mean, maybe some of us, all of us, I don't know. It's what I want. So manifesting a relationship or a union that two souls come together to work for the higher good of humanity. And that is the point of twin flames and these divine counterparts. It's not just about like the romance and sex and like, oh my God, yeah. It's about the fucking mission. It's about the work that you're supposed to do together, because both are extremely gifted and talented and literally have specific codes and specific gifts that they activate together and they bring onto the earth to assist in the evolution of consciousness on the planet. When these two come together, the vibration is so effing high that it will literally raise the vibration of the planet, and it will cause, to an extent, it could cause turmoil in the fact where, just like in any transformation, there needs to be a death. There needs to be a collapse of what is false and what is illusion. But if you know that you have love, if you know that you are a soul, you will get through it. You will go through the dark night of the soul many a times and come back the firefly. We must always keep the fire alive. That is the point. Keeping the love alive through it all. No matter what, keep the light alive and you will never never perish. You will never perish. Keep the light alive. Keep the light alive. Keep the light alive. Okay, so that is my message for today. I hope you enjoy. This was a divine feminine, divine masculine reading. I want to do more of these, you guys. If you like my page, make sure to press subscribe down below. And I've included a link where you can book a private reading, okay? Okay. Much love to you. And I will see you soon. It's magic. Side note, did y'all notice like my face changing? Like every time I would talk about like a different energy. Dude, just saying, like, I got some gifts. # shapeshifter.